Hi, this is Andrea, and I am working with today butterscotch, Jamaican rum, both from the Flavor Apprentice, and then I am also working with sweetener drops. I'm going to be making two 10 milliliter bottles, which is about this size here, which is good enough for me. I can go through two of these bottles in about 2 days, 3 days. And what you will need to make this will also be, I use these 1 milliliter syringes. It's just easier for me to use. And I also have a little tiny tub of alcohol here. And I use that to clean my syringes after I have used them inside of a flavor bottle, because I don't like to accidentally put other flavors in my bottles that don't belong there. So let's get started. We're going to take our 10 milliliter bottle. Oh, I'm sorry, you're also going to need your PG, which is the propylene glycol. I use the food grade. You want to try to stick with as pure of a product as you can, especially with all the hoopla about the Chinese putting chemicals in their vapor products. So I have turned to making my own. And then you're also going to need the VG. And this one I got on Amazon from Essential Depot, and believe it or not, this one was cheaper on Amazon than it was on their website. So you might take a look at Amazon if you would like to get the VG in bulk. Now we'll get started. I like to get the PG and the VG out of the way first. I do not smoke zero. I actually make mine at about 18 meg, and I use the PG version of Nicotine. And this one is manufactured in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is good because you want your products to come from the US if at all possible. And I like to get the PG, VG, and Nicotine out of the way first when I'm working with these, and then I do my flavors. I use the Vamo, and my Vamo actually has this beauty ring here. And then of course I use the Kanger tank. And I say of course because just about everyone has their own Kangers. I have this one and I have the mini Kanger, and I love them both. And I don't really use any other tank. These are the only tank that I use. And I love my Vamo. This is not the telescoping Vamo. This is the Vamo B3, which I love. And I burn mine at about 5.5 volts, which gives me all the flavor and the throat hit I need. Some people burn it higher and some people burn it lower. It just depends on the person. What you used to smoke probably helps to know. So we'll get started with the PG first. Get my little bottle open here. And we're going to use our 1 milliliter. And on the PG, you're going to want to put in, this is just a PG without nicotine, by the way, and that's going to be 1.36 milliliters or 27 drops. So remember I said these are 1 milliliter syringes, so that helps a lot. There's one. And there's my 3/6. And then my other bottle. There's one. In my 3/6. See? Pretty much the same. Still had a little bit of juice in the one. That just makes it taste all the better, right? So we're done with the PG for both bottles, and we can put the PG big bottle away. Now we're going to use the PG Nicotine. See? PG for PG, right? So we have our PG Nicotine, and the nicotine is going to be 29 drops or 1.44 milliliter. So PG for PG. There's 1 milliliter. As you can see, I already need more nicotine. I go through a lot of these bottles, although this big bottle has lasted me quite a while. And there's our 0.44. There's my 1 milliliter for my next bottle. And there's my 0.44. Very, very simple. Easy. Knock that out of the way. Close that little bottle up. And put that to the side. Now we're going to work on our BG. And I'll get another syringe. First, I'd like to show you what I do with my syringes when I have used them. Get a little alcohol on your hands. Rub your hands. Just put your syringe in the little tub. Pull up. Push down. Pull up. Push down. There we go. Now you're going to take the syringe apart and you're going to let it air dry. Just set it on a paper towel and let it air dry. Now we'll put that to the side. Clean your hands with a little bit of alcohol, never hurts. Keep everything nice and clean. We're going to move on to BG. On the BG, you're going to use 2.8 milliliters or 56 drops. And remember, my syringes are 1 milliliter, so I'll need 2.8 on both. There's 1. And there's 2. And see, if I make a mess, that's okay, because I got a little tissue. No paper towel. Just clean it up. Now we need our 0.8. I just want you to see the syringe here. It has numbers all the way up from 1 to 10, 10 being the 1 milliliter. So your 0.8 is about right here. So there's my 0.8, and that goes into the jar. Now we'll do it all over again for my next bottle, which is 1. There's 1. Then 2. Here's 2. And then we need our 0.8. And there's 8. So we are done with BG, y'all. We're getting there. It's my all-time favorite vape. This one is the one that I can vape on all day long. Now we're going to move over to our sweetener drops. On the sweetener drops, oh, okay, the puppies are talking. Our sweetener drops, you really only need about 20 drops to make this sweet. The butterscotch has a sweetness all by itself, but the Jamaican rum doesn't. So you do need these extra drops if you like a little bit of sweet. And here we're just going to put in 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So our sweetener drops are done there. And then we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. If you get an extra drop in there, it's no big deal. It doesn't make it more sweet than 20. But I like mine sweet. So as you can see, my bottle is almost gone. What? We need to order some more of that, y'all. Okay, let's get on with butterscotch. Well, first let's clean this one here. Remember, like I said, just put it in, squeeze it back out, just do it a couple of times, just so that you know you've got it nice and clean inside of there. And then don't forget to pull it out so it can dry. You want them to air dry, you don't want to be rubbing all over them. Because remember, nicotine has its own dangers. It is a poison, so this is not for everyone to do on their own. I like to do it on my own because I know what I'm putting in my own Ejuice. Other people like to try Ejuices from, you know, other places, which I think is wonderful, keeps everybody in business. But since I want to be on the safe side, I'm going with making my own Ejuices. Okay, let's do butterscotch. On the butterscotch, you're going to need, excuse me, 1.6 milliliter. So you'll take your syringe, you'll pull up on your butterscotch. Got a few bubbles in there. See those bubbles? You just want to tap it lightly. The bubbles go up there. See how that worked? You're not losing any juice like that. And then I just need to move it up some more here to get it to the 1. Well, let's get it back in there and get it to that 1. Look at that. So we have our 1 butterscotch, and now we need the 6. So we'll bring it up to the 6. There's our 6 right there. Now we've got our 1.6 in that bottle. Now we're going to put 1.6 in this bottle. We got our 1. And we're going to put that in right there. Now we need our 0.6. You could tell I use this butterscotch a lot. Like I was saying, I vape on this all day, every day. so I go through a lot of this. So our butterscotch is done. Yay! Yay for butterscotch. Now, we're going to move on to our Jamaican rum. This is Jamaican rum. Yum, yum. Let me just clean the syringe real quick. Okay, put that to the side to air dry. Jamaican rum. When you first get this Jamaican rum, you're going to open it and you're going to, oh my God, that smells just like the liquor. Oh, goodness. That is so strong. But it's not. Remember that this is not the real alcohol liquor. It just is made to smell that way. There's a little bit of alcohol in it, but it's not the liquor alcohol. So you will get that huge whiff when you first open your bottle. But when you get it into your mixture of VG and PG and you start vaping on this, you're going to go, oh, what a huge difference. At first I was scared to even use it. But now that I have, I'm hooked, right? So we're all good there. So let's do Jamaican rum. And this one's going to require 1.6 as well. So they are pretty even. That's going to be yum. That one is done. We're going to move on to the next bottle. Remember, it's 1.6 milliliters. Yum. So we've got our bottles done. We don't have anything extra to put in here. We do need to clean though. Remember, cleaning is so important. You do not want to get your flavors and your sweeteners or your other liquids all mixed up. You want to keep those syringes clean. Some people use droppers. I use syringes. And then I will even clean my hands with the alcohol as I'm working. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So now we could put our little droppers on our bottles. There's one dropper. There is the other dropper. And then we put our little caps on. And you want to shake it very well. Excuse me. I could shake with both hands. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Alright. So I have got my bottles done. And like I said, this will last me for 3 days. So let's go ahead and get one filled up. Let's fill up my tank so you can see how yummy it is for me. Okay. When I take my tanks off of my Vamo, I use the Vamo, but when I take the tank off to fill, I actually keep a little medicine cup with a tissue in it, and that holds my tank. And then I will take a tissue and I will dab the coil, just lightly, just dab around. And the reason why is because when you go to stand it back up, if you leave all that juice that was just on top of there, it just comes down onto your Vamo. And since this is my little baby, my baby Vamo, I don't want to mess it up. So now I also take my mouthpiece off and I'll set that to the side. And the reason why is because as I fill my Vamo, I will actually take a Q-tip here and I will just thin it out just a little bit by rolling it in between my fingers, and I will push that Q-tip right up into the center of the tank. So it's right up into the center. So when you see the center of the tank, that Q-tip is straight down the middle there. See the little cotton? And the reason why I do that is so that when I pour my juice in, if it decides, or if I decide that my juice is going to go a little crazy on me, go down the center, I will get it out of the way, or have the Q-tip soak that up. So that's just a little trick of mine. If you decide that you can be a little messy, and you see my sheet of paper here, it's pretty messy. I usually use a paper towel, but I only just decided to do this video. So with any finger, you just want to put it in, fill it up, let that juice go in. Yum. Okay, I am full. I am full on my tank. And my cotton came out nice and clean, y'all. Yay. And I'll just put it back on my Vamo. Here we go. Put my mouthpiece back on. Just give it a bait. Yummy. That is yum, y'all. Yum, yum, yum. You get your throat hit. You get your flavor. You can really taste the butterscotch with the rum. It's almost like having the Jamaican rum at a bar and saying, could you just throw in a little bit of butterscotch? You get a lot of vape on that. Yummy. Whole lot of vape. Got the ceiling fan on today because it's a little warm out, and you're wondering, why is it warm out? It is actually 73 degrees, and that means I live in New Mexico. That's right, you heard it right. The land of enchantment and heat, heat, heat. Well, if you have any questions about this recipe, just let me know by leaving a message down at the bottom. And I look forward to hearing from everybody about my video, about our little tutorial today. Have a good one. Goodbye.